I ask, here on this show, whatever is discussed here, we are responsible for what is discussed here. Whoever says it, the medium that it is published on and all that. What about political party ads that are libelous or that are perhaps I don't even want to say so unethical, or that are plain fabricated stuff, lies. Because the impression I get is that for us, the media houses, once the political parties bring the ads, we play it. It's as if how we treat news items, news analysis, is different from how we treat political party ads. And I ask myself, what's the difference? Because, last year or 2 years ago, I sat here, I got a letter from the FDA. And they had fined us 30,000 cedis or something. What was the issue? On one of the programs on the show, a resource person on the program, in discussing some health conditions, I think that the person on the show also owns a certified herbal clinic with certified herbal products, and apparently had a product that had not completed the certification. Okay. So in speaking about that medical condition, then I think that he mentioned the product. They didn't show the product or anything, but that mention, and this was contained in the letter from the FDA, that the fact that the guy mentioned that name and they had not certified that product, we had broadcast an unlicensed product. In a panel discussion, it's not that we advertised the product or did an LPM or played an ad. Yes, and I agree that it constitutes a publication. So on the basis of that, what a panelist said, they wrote to us and they fined us 30,000. But I'm wondering all these ads, and my point is that it's now become like official, because once it is part of the official ads placed by a political party, then it is not like a Kofi Bruce who is sitting on social media and has done something. Even that one.
I agree with you, and I've been thinking about this whole subject because of the kind of advertisement we are seeing on TV and hearing on radio. I think that going into the future, there ought to be an institution that can look into the kind of advertisement that would place on platforms for political reasons.
No, there is. There are standards.
But I see nobody's following that. Nobody's doing anything.
Standards have been set.
And I have a major issue with that. I'm sure if you give the NDC as a political party opportunity, they will list a number of advertisements that they will tell you that perhaps ABCD, they disagree or they think that what is communicated is untrue. But MPP, I can tell you a good number of them. And you see serious platforms that ought to know better, playing all these advertisements.
But see, apart from the claims,
you cited one of
them. Apart from the claims are things that even journalists are blamed for. Let's say in a discussion like this, and then one of you makes claims, and people expect that I should fact check.
Yes, and ask me to retract.
Yes, and there are times that I probably don't even know.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Sure.
There are times that the person who is moderating the show does not even have that knowledge to even say that what the person is doing is, what the person is saying is right or wrong. There are times that you can say that people are just negligent or unprofessional in what they do and all that. But here, I'm even talking specifically about
a package advertisement.
Doctored. You see, it's so I'm trying to make a distinction. I'm not saying they are both one is right and one is wrong, but I'm saying that doctored, when tapes are doctored, and these organizations then use them as official advertisement, and we also take them and we use them. And I've seen a tit-for-tat scenario where there's a political party playing some adverts and making some very scandalous allegations against a candidate. So the other party also did a similar thing. Then now, the first party is going around protesting to the media houses that don't accept
withdraw this
advert.
Yes. Yes, and I think that it's very dangerous. I mean, citing examples, perhaps, because listen to one advertisement. It goes like Dr. Baumia eats pork and drinks alcohol. We all know.
Is it on TV and radio?
On TV and radio. We know that Dr. Baumia has never taken alcohol in his life before, and he doesn't eat pork.
How do you know? I'm not saying that
I know.
That advert is acceptable. That advert is wrong.
I'm Chrissy.
But Richard, to make
I know
statement that throughout his life,
I know
he's never taken alcohol.
Yes, I know.
How do you know?
Because I've spoken to the man.
Oh, that's all.
Yes.
Okay.
But you know, if I've spoken to the man, and he doesn't.
I think that advert is unfair.
And it's not even. There's no sense in doing those kind of politics. There's no sense in it. For whatever mischief you want to achieve, I'm saying that we've gone beyond these kind of things. So have you seen? I will not vote for President Mahama. I do not support NDC. I think the MPP is better in terms of running the country, and MPP has done better for the country. But I will not use platforms to rain insults and insinuations on his person.
You have official adverts, for example, one that says.
That's what I'm saying, that you will get the same from NPC, who would equally come here and list a good number of advertisements and what they portrayed, and the fact that they disagree with it and all of that. I'm saying that we need to grow.
So let me ask you a question. So I accept this part of what you're saying, because there's one about Airbus, and a committee was set up and he did this and that and that and that and all that, which is officially being run by you. When I say you, I mean your party. Now, if you take the issue of Asiedun Ketia on free SHS, you have the tape of what he actually said. And the thing started as doctored tape on social media. But the next thing then is that it becomes an official advertisement. Now, when you have a situation where the government, for 2 years, said that they had launched a campaign on misinformation and disinformation, and that is the biggest threat, to any society, and that same government then turns a doctored tape. Like I said, we saw it on social media. We can live with it. It is up to the other side to also provide the tape itself. I mean, on this show, I've had occasion of playing both tapes when maybe a panelist requests that, this person said, I said, okay, this is the tape, replace it. Then it's brought to my information that, oh no, it is not true, it's doctored. We play the other one. It's happened here on a few occasions, But for now, the same government that has launched a campaign against disinformation by the Ministry of Information for over 2 years, to now use a doctored tape as a basis for an official advertisement. How do you describe that? And here I'm talking about the Asiedun Ketia thing. So I'm not surprised that he says he's threatening legal action. And I'm going to play to our viewers both tapes.
But look, the Asiedun Ketia one, I don't know what to say. The one on Dr. Toniedu. Have you seen?
Yes.
I mean, that's unbelievable. And the claim is that
that one was a slip.
No. Have you seen the two tapes?
If the production finds that, I also play for you both.
The one Dr. Toniedu was heard saying that they should vote for Dr. Baumia.
So you didn't even realize that it was.
I thought it was a slip.
No.
And this thing do happen.
No, it wasn't a slip. So I can play both for you.
It's a doctor tape.
So how you have a situation where government says it's 2 years, for 2 years, it's fighting, we've held seminars and whatever and disinformation and all that. And then you find out that officially sanctioned Who does this?
I think I mean, people. Somebody will want to tell you that one political party is being pushed. But whatever the situation is, I think that we need to move away from the kind of politics that we do. We ought to look at the fact that Ghana as a corporate entity should be bigger than the sum of our individual ambitions, and then the political affiliations and tribal affiliations, religious affiliations. Ghana as an entity ought to be the most important thing that everybody ought to look at, how we can progress the country. Because, I mean, when you listen to some of the adverts, some of them are scandalous. Some of them, you feel like when an individual decides to sue, the platforms that are playing those, they will get judgment. Mm-hmm. But because people know that right after the election, people do forget all these things. And around this time, you will not waste time chasing courts and running to courts when you have to go out there hunting for votes. So the individuals and the media outlets are aware of that. And all what they are interested in is also money. Because when the people come, they pay. They pay. And I think that going into the future, we ought to look at it that a body, because if you leave it to politicians to sort of self-regulate, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it because they know that what they are communicating is not the truth. This issue about tapes and it being doctored, we've heard it. There are some of them that you realize that indeed it was the truth, but the person claims it was doctored. You can let it slide. But you can also look at some of them that people really sat down and just did the piecing together and doctored the tape. All those things are out there. And there are others too that people maliciously put out information that they know to be untruth. Untruth. People just decide to rain insults and insinuations, castigate people, destroy people's hard-won images and reputation, and they do that for no apparent reasons. All because the media outlets will be paid some few cedis just to do that. And they take it on board and do it. I think that we need to try and allow our conscience speak to us when we are doing some things.